everyone, this is episode 8, part 2. I'm continuing this painting from my other episode 7. Welcome everyone to another one of my live streaming sessions. I'm really excited to finish this painting. I was dreaming about it all night just so I can finish it with you. Go back into the shadows again. Kind of re-adding some of the shadows right now so I can define her face just a little bit. For those who did not join me earlier this week for this painting, the whole concept and the idea and inspiration for this painting were wanting to capture this feeling of femininity, and there's like a few words that came to mind. It was divine armor. It was feminine grace, and overall like warmth and protection, and I don't know, I just wanted to encapsulate all what I was wanting to paint through this. Sometimes I make my way throughout the whole face and with the same color, so I don't have to keep on switching constantly, because I have the same tone. I would utilize it throughout the whole face as much as I can. That really gives me a lot of, definitely I'm able to finish the layer quicker. really happy that everyone is joining with me today. I can't tell you how excited I am every time I'm able to do this with everyone watching in real time. I'm gonna go slightly more lighter now. I'm gonna add some nice umber. After this layer, I'm probably gonna go with the highlights. That will definitely create the definition and the mood that I'm wanting to have in this painting. It's like she's stepping out into the light. Kind of shaping up the ear just a little bit with the same color. There you go. In a way, I'm sort of glazing it right now. Just like that. I'm gonna go with some highlights. Trying to get the color I'm looking for. Somewhere around this. Let's give this one a try. I'm just selecting specific areas. It's not going to be everywhere. I'm gonna go a shade darker than this, and I'm gonna go around the highlights. That'll give me a great way, great pigment to blend into. So I'm gonna try to find that color right now. Let's see this. That's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go around the highlights. There you go. Shaping the face with light. I'm going to go back into the highlight. I'm blending it in just a tad bit. Just like that. Now I'm going to go with a darker tone than the one I just now layered down. That will give me another color to blend into again. Once more, I'm going to go into the darks. I almost have to like create a gradient layers before I go in with my blending brush and slightly moving it around. Peep that nostril, just like that. My favorite things to paint have always been faces. They can tell so much, and our whole entire life is revolved around the relationship with faces, people around us. They truly shape us who we are. And I think that's so powerful. I'm going to go in with one of my favorite brushes. It's a very rounded one. I actually don't know. I think it's from Princeton as well. I'm going to go in with just a very, very light tap. From the highlights outward. I'm going to add in some of the lip color until the skin dries out just a little bit. Maybe I could zoom in just a little bit so you can see. There you go. Mixing the right color. Can add another different type of color in here. Needs more magenta, I think. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. Much better. trying to find the edges of the lips. The opening. Right about there. Just like that. Just a basic outline and color. I think one of the most favorite parts of the lips is doing these corners, smile corners, and they can tell so much about a person's expression by a millimeter going up and a millimeter going down. Everything can be changed with a slight adjustment on the corners. It's just so fascinating. Definitely on the final part of some of my paintings, I would definitely spend a lot of time on this because it dictates the whole emotion, what the person is feeling. Well, not a whole, but a huge majority of it. There you go. Just getting the feeling in. Just like that. I'm gonna let the lips dry just a little bit before I enter it back in there. I'm gonna try to accentuate some of the whites in the eye. It's not entirely white, it's totally off-white. On the contrary, it's more cream and just a tad bit of blue. Just a touch. That's what I'm going to be mixing in. Let's see how it turns out. More blue. Barely. Just like that. Go in with blue. There you go. I'm gonna work my way around the eye right now with some colors. Just keep reshaping it. The tear ducts along the lash line, the shadows. I always do the eyelashes on the very end because it just seems like just the way it needs to be done, because eyelashes are outside of the skin and the face, so it's another separate layer. So we're first doing the skin and the eyes and then the eyelashes, and the eyebrows will be afterwards because that's on top of it. We don't want to do eyelashes first for sure. It doesn't, or it won't help finishing the look. So my advice always is try to finish the eyelashes and hair last. But that every artist is different. There's no right or wrong answers. Whatever works for you. I kind of want her to look into like around this area, but it has to be a very specific angle of her eyelid, so that's where I'm playing around with the color at the moment. It's quite important. Gonna blend this out just a little bit. kind of go back into some of the highlights on the skin, going in and out. It's important to take it easy and not rush, because it depends on what style you want to do. And for me, for this particular painting, I want to not rush too hard in the beginning stages, just to see if all the shapes and the outlines are somewhat accurate. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Just taking it easy. It's morning and there's no rush. I've also been reading some of the comments as I'm painting, so definitely so happy to see everyone here. Makes my mornings so special. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow into the mix, just a tad bit. I think that gives a nice candlelight effect. Maybe here. Maybe here too. There you go. Just like that. There you go. What I'm going to do are 3 things right now. I'm going to add some highlights a little bit more on the left side where the moonlight's hitting. I'm going to add even more highlights on the cheeks and everything. More darks, eyelashes, some highlights on the lips, and then we're going to move our way down to the body. I'm going to do the hair somewhat a little bit later. So yeah, let's see how this goes. in no particular order. I may change it up in a little bit. We'll see. Go. Right here. See? Here. Okay. Go with just a little bit of red color before going to the highlights. I'm gonna add some around the nose, just like that. maybe just a tad bit here. There. Let's see where else. Maybe on the chin. As you can tell, I'm just still using this one little brush still. It's one of my brushes that I custom designed, and it's actually available on my website. Definitely wanted to give the opportunity and the highest quality after my many years of experience to give to people, and I was able to. So such a lot of fun to collab with Princeton. I always wanted to make a very nice basic set of brushes to give to people and artists to use that is very high quality, but also affordable, very expensive. If you go to an art store, a lot of brushes are very, very expensive these days for some reason. I understand why, but I do remember when I was younger, because they were expensive, I used to cut my hair, my own hair, and try to shape my own brushes. It worked. It did work. But there's only so much hair I can cut before I have to say, you know what, maybe next time. Maybe in a couple months' time. But yeah, I used to do that and take some scissors and shape it. Kind of re-adding some highlights again. It's always like a dance. I feel like I'm always dancing with colors right now, and especially in the beginning stages, but no matter what, I have to go back and forth, and it's layers. It really is layers. There you go. Definitely seeing the skin tone pop right now. A lot. Way better. I'm going to pop some in the lip area. I'm going to do some work on the eyes and eyebrows, and then, yeah, we'll work our way down. Of course, we're probably gonna revisit the face, but I want to get first a really nice layer throughout the whole body before I go into too much details. I don't know how much time I have on this stream today, but I'll try to get it done all in one, all today. Every time I read your guys' comments, it always fills my heart. It really, really feels so special. Thank you guys all for joining and sitting back and relaxing. And I think that's the key I want to do with these live streams, is to take you all on a journey. Add a little bit more darks in the lip here. Bit of dark. Girl. A little bit more nostril. That. Just a tad bit more blending. Oh. Kind of going in with some highlights in the eyes right now. Just kind of playing with it right now. See where it goes. Sometimes it has a mind of its own, some of these colors, so I need to play with it before setting in stone. Gonna open up the eye just a little bit on this side. Just a tad. Just to see how everything comes together, I'm going to do the eyelashes just a little bit. You see. And for me to do the eyelashes, it's quite simple. I start off with a slight touch, a little dot, and I just release it. I touch and I release, touch and I release. Kind of have to do thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands over and over and over again just to get the hang of it, but anybody can do it. I'm going to pop in a little highlight right here just to see how it looks. Some of the glare, it's a little hard to adjust. I have to move around just to see if the glare is altering the perspective. For now, I'll just keep it. Let me see. For now, I'll just keep it right now until I do the eyebrows and see where it goes. Kind of lowered the light just a little bit so I can see the edges. Sometimes working with the darker backgrounds and darker colors, they have this ability to reflect a lot of light. So sometimes you just don't know what you're working with until the blacks would dry out completely. So it's always been a mission throughout my life is to correctly adjust your eye with darker tones, darker shades, shadows, like mostly with like the blacks, different shades of blacks. Okay. What I'm going to do, just slowly carve out the ear shape. And also work on this just for a few minutes, and then I'll make my way downwards, and then I'm going to come in with another highlight. It's going to be a little bit of a process, but gotta trust it. Hopefully it'll be all good to go very soon. the neck is one of the most beautiful traits a woman can have. Definitely trying to figure the light out right now with the neck. This is one of the key points of view for this painting. So I kind of want to definitely make it one of the centers of attention. Because it shows not just the vulnerability, but the confidence, and I don't know, I just feel like you could tell so much by how she's able to present herself. And I think that's probably one of the feelings maybe I also want to encapsulate, is because she's showing her vulnerability. She knows that it is her strength. Okay, I'm gonna go with my favorite brush, a little rounded, and tap again, just like that. Okay, I feel like it'll be a good base so we can move our way down. And then, of course, we're gonna work our way back up again. Let me readjust my chair. Okay, let's work on the lower half. Let's see where we can go. Because I want to set some colors down. I'm not going to do the detailed brush as of now. I might do, let's see, maybe this one. Let's try this. I'm going to just layer some basic colors and then blend it and then start making some details inside of those blocks of colors. So, let's see where this goes. I'm going to start with the shadow. gonna go where this really nice auburn umber mixture wants to go. After this, I'm gonna go with the blacks to go in the very, very deep color, deep shadows. Just doing a very basic blocking of the colors. Okay. I'm gonna go with the slightly off color. Very similar, but I wanted to separate the edges with this color just a little bit. There you go. Maybe here too. The collarbone is so pretty. Really, really want to showcase more of that here. Okay. I'm gonna go with the blacks Very, very, very black. Something like there. There. Just a rough draft. Just placing these shadows. There. Oh, can't forget this area. Kind of roughly blending it, some of the areas out. Okay. I'm gonna go with a lighter red hue inside the shadows. Just a tad bit more. Barely could see that one. Maybe, let's see how this looks. Yeah, that could work for now. Add some blues on the, just like how we did with the face. I'm going to add some of that color on this side as well. It's always great to have two sets of lights. They're not the same. That will give more of a dramatic look. I always have a tendency to work from the shadows outward, and because it gives more freedom to make mistakes. I don't know why. I just learned that throughout these years. It's almost like you're getting the harder part done. It's always uphill. Highlights are always the ones that make it lifelike. So when you start from the shadows, it's always fun waking your way upward. It's always so much fun. Oh, thank you so much, Blizzervic. That is so sweet of you to support. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. That all I wanted to do is just share this with everyone. But every people like you always inspire me to keep doing this every day. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Excuse me. A little bit of a sneeze there. The reason why I'm going to go with my detailed brush is to outline the fingers and some of the creases before I go into a lighter color. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Kind of gonna do like this. Creating this indent just a little bit. I think that's so pretty. I'm gonna try to go with some highlights this time. And it's very basic color. That could work. Just a little more red. Magenta. Yeah, this will work. a feeling that what I'm going to be doing is probably part 3 on this painting. I need this to fully dry so I can continue. But before that, I'm going to fill in the remaining blocked colors. And almost there. Okay, almost layering the last colors. I actually feel like I want to continue this painting just a little bit longer, if you don't mind. If you please comment in the section below if you really want to see the part 3 of this. I'm going to be doing it, I feel like, maybe about a Monday. I think a Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think I want to finish this painting then. These paintings take a little longer. I want to take my time on getting all the colors in order. There's going to be like a magic layering on the very top. Hopefully on Monday I'll be able to show it to you what I have in mind. This will be like a nice touch that will be able to transform the whole entire painting. I'm very, very excited to show that. It will definitely be very magical. I'm gonna layer the last bit of color. Maybe right there. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me on this part 2 of this painting. Hopefully you will be with me on the part 3 on Monday. Until then, I really thank you for joining me. And before I hop off, Hosier Mama, thank you so much. You're such a sweet, kind person. Thank you so much for supporting. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you all on Monday, and until then, stay creating, and I'll see you